Inside the downfall of Justin Bieber, what really happened? Justin Bieber was able to capture audiences all over the world while he was at the zenith of his fame because he possessed a voice that was as smooth as silk and a pleasant young appearance. In 2010, he released his first single, Baby, which served to establish him as a teenage pop phenomenon almost immediately after its release. This marked the beginning of his incredible rise to stardom, which began with the publication of his debut single. Because he possessed both boyish good looks and excellent talent, Justin Bieber became a household name almost soon after his debut. This was owing to the fact that he possessed all of these qualities. The pressures of notoriety began to weigh heavily on him as his career advanced and his personal life quickly became more prominent in the headlines than his music. Despite this, he continued to be successful in musical endeavors. The fact that this occurred was a huge change for him. He was taken aback by this unexpected change of events because he had not known it would occur. The career path that many people had previously regarded to be promising took a more negative turn, which ultimately led to what some people considered to be a failure on both a personal and professional level. This is something that others consider to be a failure. That Justin Bieber's transition from being a young sensation to an adult artist was anything but smooth during his formative years would be an understatement. He went from being a young sensation to an adult artist. Because of the hefty expectations that came along with being in the spotlight, as well as the excessive focus that was placed on every action that he took, it started to take its toll on him. This was due to the fact that he was experiencing a lot of tension. It was around this time that he was seeking to triumph over the difficulties that came with growing up in the public eye that rumors of risky behavior started to surface. The narrative shifted its focus from his musical achievements to his emotional struggles as a direct result of the experiences he had with storytelling. One of the most significant events that occurred during this shift during this time period is the arrest of Justin Bieber in 2014 for driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. This is widely regarded as one of the most significant events that took place during this time period. The media portrayed him as a rising star who was spiraling out of control and rebelling against authority, and this event was a significant departure from the image of a clean-cut individual that he had constructed in the early stages of his career. Additionally, it played a role in molding the image that he was portraying in the media. Because Justin Bieber's conduct became more unexpected, the media took advantage of every opportunity to film his mistakes and bring attention to them. This was done in response to the fact that his behavior became more unpredictable. He was subjected to unrelenting harassment from photographers, while at the same time his private life was put on full display for the entire world to witness. It was their friendship with fellow pop sensation Selena Gomez, who was garnering a lot of attention from the media, that was at the center of the media frenzy that they were going through at the time. Fans and the press alike examined every breakup and reconciliation that took place between them as a result of their on-again, off-again romance, which was a persistent topic of talk in the tabloids. This was because the tabloids were always discussing the topic of their relationship. Additionally, the constant attention that Bieber received from the public only served to increase the amount of strain that he was under, and his personal life frequently appeared to be in a state of disarray. This was the case despite the fact that the relationship itself was difficult. As the pressure of popularity and the scrutiny of the public increased, Justin Bieber began to engage in more behaviors that were detrimental to his own health. Sexually explicit activities were among the behaviors that were included in this category. Even though he was always surrounded by fans and the trappings of fame, he freely admitted that he had been struggling with his mental health and spoke about the feelings of loneliness that he had. He also discussed the fact that he had been suffering with his mental health. It was also mentioned that he had been experiencing emotions of isolation, which he discussed in his speech. He struggled with substance misuse and was always involved in issues including acts of vandalism and violent altercations during this time period. He also had a history of being involved in these issues. Additionally, his relationship with his family was fraught with difficulties. It appeared as though his relationships with his friends, family, and mentors were dissolving as he tried to maintain control of his life. As a result of these occurrences, his reputation in the public eye was tarnished, and it appeared as though his connections with these individuals diminished. A key point in Justin Bieber's life was when he started making an effort to tackle his difficulties head-on. This was a moment that changed the course of his life. This occurred in spite of the fact that the media had a tendency to overstate the intensity of his experiences. Nevertheless, this did take place. He began to be more forthright about the fact that he required treatment and methods of self-care, and he inquired about receiving assistance for the challenges he was experiencing with his mental health. A step toward healing and personal development was suggested by the fact that he started giving more frank and thoughtful glimpses of his path through social media. This action was a move toward healing and personal development. It was clear that he was making headway as a result of this information. Justin Bieber was able to regain some control over the narrative that was surrounding his life because he was willing to convey his vulnerability about the challenges he was going through. This was the reason why he was able to do so. Justin Bieber endeavored to revive his career as a musician while simultaneously addressing his personal concerns during the course of his return to the music industry. It was during this period that he was simultaneously talking about his return to the scene. The personal development that he had undergone over the course of his life was reflected in his most recent song, which was filled with themes of maturity and sensitivity. This song struck a chord with people on a deeper level, reflecting the personal growth that he had experienced. Justin Bieber revealed that he was no longer simply the teenage idol that they had known during his formative years by working with a number of musicians and exploring a variety of musical styles. He did this by collaborating with other musicians. On the contrary, he was an artist who was developing and maturing as a result of the experiences he experienced throughout the course of his years. At first glance, it would appear that Justin Bieber's life has become more stable over the course of the past several years. When he married model Hailey Baldwin, who is now known as Hailey Bieber, it was a momentous occasion that represented a huge turning point in his life. This marriage was a watershed moment in our lives. Through the institution of marriage, he was able to bring about a sense of stability and tranquility in his life circumstances. Justin Bieber has publicly acknowledged the significance of love, religion, and support in his life. This is done with the intention of assisting him in overcoming the obstacles he faces and finding a deeper sense of purpose in his life. Hailey has been an essential component of his life since she has been able to give him the emotional stability and sense of grounding that he has been so desperately seeking for. It has been she who has been the one who has been the most significant contributor to his life. The path that Justin Bieber has traveled is illustrative of the challenges that are associated with popularity, particularly for young stars who are thrown into the spotlight at a period of time that is very early in their careers. It is a testament to the difficulties that come with popularity that Justin Bieber has chosen to pursue the road that he has, despite the fact that the shadow of his past may still be around. Even people who appear to have everything can have a great deal of difficulty in their lives, as demonstrated by the narrative of his life, which serves as a wonderful reminder that popularity does not protect one from the difficulties that life throws at them. In his personal life as well as in his professional life, Justin Bieber has shown that he has a strong desire for atonement. This is evidenced by his capacity to overcome adversity and his successful confrontation of his inner demons. His personal life as well as his professional life are affected by this desire. With each new song that he releases and every public appearance that he makes, additional aspects of his personality are brought to light. This illustrates that he is not only an artist but also a human being who is working through his shortcomings and seeking to make progress in a field that is cruel to others who are different from him that he is a part of. As his career has progressed, Justin Bieber has continued to make headway despite the fact that his route has been littered with obstacles. In spite of the constant scrutiny from the general public, he is able to accomplish this while also demonstrating a recently discovered capacity for drive. There is optimism that he will be able to redefine his legacy not by the mistakes he has made in the past, but rather by the resiliency and fortitude he has shown in overcoming those mistakes. This outlook is based on the fact that he is continuing to evolve. Due to the fact that he has demonstrated that he is capable of overcoming those blunders, this is the case. There is yet more to come on the journey that he is now on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.